here in downtown Nashville on Mother's Day. And my first pickup is from Ugly Bagel. Last year I worked in Amazon Flex, early morning block. But this year I'm gonna do some multi-apping. So check out the difference. What do you think will be better? All right, I got the order. It was ready. Now let's go to stop number 2. I'm also going to compare the mileage between last year's Mother's Day delivery with Amazon Flex sub same day package delivery and the mileage with me driving around in town and wherever else I go. So right now we are at 37658 and it was about a 3.2 mile drive from my house to this first pickup. All right, let's go to the second pickup. I love seeing that there's not a lot of traffic right now on Mother's Day, but it is still early. If you'd like to skip ahead and see what last year's Amazon Flex block was like, the early morning block, then I will put the timestamp below. However, I'd love for you to watch all the way through because I think it's gonna be a really fun experiment. What about you? Did you work Mother's Day? And if you did, how was it? I have arrived at the second pickup, which is right here, Pancake Pantry. If you all like Taylor Swift, she eats here at Pancake Pantry. Just want to let you know. What do you think? Is this order going to be ready or do I need to wait? Let's go find out. It was ready. It was ready. So now we're going to Shipley's. That's number 3. I am about to turn here on Church Street, and Shipley's is on Church Street, but there's no parking by Shipley's. So I will need to find a spot that I can park, run real fast over to Shipley's, and then come back to the car. I did that once for a Raising Cane's on Broadway, and I got a ticket. So if you want to see what I'm going to do about that ticket, I am going to contest it. I'm making a video about that in the upcoming, probably like over the next month, because I'm going to be going to court. So keep an eye out for that video if you're interested to see what happens with this ticket that I got when I was parking downtown doing an Uber Eats. But now we're almost to Shipley's and let's see if it's ready. Somebody asked me once a while back in the comments, what do I do for parking? So I pick up from Nick the Greek a lot, especially catering orders. And I tend to park right here. This is a spot. Some people park across the street in the bike lane, but when it comes to downtown parking, you just gotta get in where you fit in pretty much. So this is where I fit in. I'm running across the street and I hope that it's ready so that it doesn't take much time. Can I cross? Let's go. I've never had Shipley's Donuts. What about you? Do you all like Shipley's? We are 3 for 3. I've got the Shipley's, Pancake Pantry, and Ugly Bagel, and I'm about to go and drop these off. And my goal for today, before I do any Mother's Day things with my family, is, and that's my mother and my aunt, not people who are taking me out for Mother's Day, because I am yet to be a mother. Though I did teach a lot of children and I felt like a mother, but I would still love to have my own kids. So maybe there's a Mother's Day in store for me in the future. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing moms out there, by the way. But let's go deliver these now. I didn't get to tell you my goal as we head to the first drop off. It is $100 before 11 o'clock. That's my goal. You think I can do it? You think this seems like a busy Mother's Day? Well, you probably can't tell because you're not looking at my apps, but I'm setting it nevertheless. It's always great to set an intention when you come out, because I found that when I do that, able to get there and generally surpass it. And I do have a small catering order for $25 that I'll be picking up around 10 something. So that's going to add to it. But do you think that I can make it? Let's find out. The first drop off is the Pancake Pantry, and I'm here at the Children's Hospital, Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, waiting for the customer to come out. Hopefully they'll be out soon. All right, so this is the next stop, and it's on the second floor. Hopefully you can hear me. To the third drop off, and it is 8:44. So the catering order picks up in about an hour. I've got an order from Proper Bagel. It was a stack. I dropped one of those stacks because it was just 1 cup of coffee. So let's see if I get another add-on. And this is why I use Apple Maps even with Uber Eats instead of just relying on the Uber Eats map. Take a look at this. Uber Eats says that to get from here to Proper Bagel is going to take about 3 miles, and I think it says 9 minutes. I'll put it up on the screen. But when I checked Apple Maps, I found a quicker route. So I'm taking that instead, and less miles too. I am heading into Proper Bagel, which is, in my opinion, the best bagel shop that there is in Nashville. I eat here all the time. It's really good. I'll show you what it looks like when we get inside to pick up the first of 2 stacked orders. I did get another order, so that's awesome. Got those first 2 bags for the first order. It's a lot of bagels. And now let's go get some more bagels. This time we're going to Pop-Up Bagel in the Gulch. Okay, so glad I dropped that 1 cup of coffee to an apartment that's difficult to reach. And I got this instead, going to a neighborhood in East Nashville. Much, much better value for my money. I'm here at the Gulch, and I am picking up from Pop-Up Bagels. And then I've got 2 drop-offs. Pop-Up Bagels is complete. Let's go to the next drop-off. All right, so I got this order. Pancake Pantry, such a long line on Mother's Day. $40 Uber order. I knew it probably had gotten picked up by another driver. That's why it was that high of an amount for scrambled eggs and hash browns. But this is what I do. I'll be right back because I got to pick up this catering, and then I'll come back and tell you how I got this order even though it was picked up by another driver already. There's a really long line here, and they have absolutely gorgeous fresh flowers. So let's walk to Ruby Sunshine while I tell you about the Pancake Pantry order. That's my second Pancake Pantry, but like I said, someone had already picked it up, and it was suspicious because it was a really high payout by Uber for just a small item. And I had this happen at Annie's Pretzels or Auntie's Pretzels in the mall the other day. And what I did was I said, is there anything you can give me from this order that I can take to the customer? I would be so appreciative. And that time and this time they did. I got an add-on while I was waiting, so I'm gonna pick that up. And hopefully, look at this. How pretty. Oh my gosh. Love it. There's no stopper, so I'm going to see if they have a stopper by chance back there. I don't know if they do, but let's ask. They do not have a stopper, so I have asked if they have a sticker or tape because this is pretty sloshy. when we go over the bumps in the road. And it's already spilled. That's why we need stoppers. I hope this helps somebody out here. I do not advise picking up a catering order on a major holiday or a special day that is small, like what I picked up, because they were busy for Mother's Day, and there's just much bigger orders on regular Uber Eats or regular food delivery today than a $25 catering order that I needed to leave the area I was in. This is a little bit of a vent slash I hope this helps somebody. So I would not do that again next Mother's Day. I would not schedule myself with a $25 catering order when there are just huge orders out here on Uber Eats. Okay, I am on my way finally to drop off that Pancake Pantry $40 order, 3 eggs and hash browns. Thank goodness they remade it for me. I so appreciate them doing that. Uber, get your act together. Get your platform together. Gotta have something. This happens way too much. So I have reached the $100 goal. I have surpassed it with that $40 order plus the $10 Ruby Sunshine order. That's $50 right there, in addition to the $25 catering that I was dropping off along the way. It is 10:46 and my ending mileage is 37692. So now I'm going to show you last Mother's Day, a little bit of what my Amazon Flex sub same day package delivery block was like, and the pay, which I'll tell you up front, was $103. And as you're watching, I'll put up at the end of that segment how many miles total I drove. Keep watching, because next you'll see what delivering packages on Mother's Day with Amazon Flex is like. I'm here at the Amazon sub same day station here in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm about to check in. All right, everybody, I have checked in. So now I'm about to go and scan my driver's license and see what cart I get. Not Murfreesboro. I tell you what, you gotta be kidding me. Oh no, we're not even in Murfreesboro. Where are we at? Like, oh my gosh. Yeah. You all, this is why I don't do sub same day routes or even Amazon package deliveries. But come on, let's go. Okay, it's really hard to push the cart, especially with two hands. They did not ask for my license this time. Make sure you get that top barcode, the one that's by itself. And that is number 7, stop number 7. So then we'll write number 7 on any place on the tag, or even if you want to. I like the tag because it's easy for me to see and it's a white background. All right, let's keep going. This box number 10 is pretty big, so let's, oh, it's really light though. Maybe I'll put this in the back seat. Since 10 is really light, I decided to put it in long ways or vertically, and I'm writing 10 here so I remember. Okay, so I've got 4 here. I've got all of the first, and then the 20s are back there. 9, 10, 11 is here. Oops, no, 11's there. 10, what's this, 8? No, I have no idea. 14, okay. So I've got the teens here. 11's back there just for now. 10's here. 9 is here. And I've got everything in order from 3 all the way back to 8. 2 is here. That's going to be the next stop is 2. 1 is the station. And then I put this one here just so that it doesn't get lost. 12. Okay. I think I'm ready to go. It's always good to know where the package return box is, but as you can see, this one's locked. So I guess they're not using this anymore. The .com station definitely uses package return. And there are still people coming, so there are still blocks to be had. So let's go ahead and go, and I'm gonna put on my navigation screen the first stop, and I just do that using Google Maps or Apple Maps. Usually I like Apple Maps, but because I'm going to Murfreesboro, maybe I'll use Google. Well, it is light outside, which I absolutely love. That's a stop sign that I just didn't stop at, you all, because look here. What do we have? People waiting for surges. I've never done it, but if I lived closer, I probably would do it because I saw some phenomenal surges today. I am on my way to the first stop. I have put it into the GPS, and let me tell you how far it is away. Does not equal the amount I want to get paid. That's how far it is away. Okay, let me turn my lights on. All right, so it's actually 30, I think it was 30 miles away. Right now I am 28 miles, 29 minutes, because I've traveled about a mile or so, a mile or 2. But that's what I do not like about Amazon Flex package deliveries. But what I've noticed for me, and I'm not saying this is what it's going to be for you, but what I've noticed for me is that I have been getting routes that take me further out. Like, for example, I'm going out to Murfreesboro. It's not a local route. The last time I did a sub same day, I was sent out to Portland. Check that out. I'll link it in the description. The first sub same day I ever did on this channel, I was in like 3 different, two counties at least. Every sub same day I've done, which have been all the ones that are on this channel, since I decided to do sub same day again, have been far out. Now, last year, I did a sub same day, and it was local, but it took me all around the entire county. So it was a 5-hour block, and it took me like to pretty much every part of this entire county. That's when I said I'm not doing it anymore. It's ridiculous. So those of you who can make sub same day work for you, or if you're in an area where your sub same days are mostly local, you're not driving a whole lot of miles, if you are one of those people, I say sub same day is fantastic, because at least you know what you're going to get paid. You don't know how many packages you're delivering, but at least you know the time you're going to work and what you're going to get paid. So everybody makes that decision for themselves. Let me know in the comments how same day routes are in your market. Do you live close to the station? Do your same day routes send you far out? Or are they mostly close to the station that you pick up? So I'm taking that long drive to Murfreesboro. This is also the reason why I do not do Amazon Fresh blocks, because there is a chance that I'll be sent out to Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro is about 35 miles from Nashville. To do that, I'm going to need to make at least $2 a mile. That includes from my house to the pickup, any miles that I'm driving. So I saw some really fantastic surges on blocks today, and I was not able to get any of those. So you take your chance with waiting for a surge, and I recommend it every single time. Wait for the surge. If you don't get the surge, keep waiting for another surge, so that at least miles to dollars, you're getting the best value for you. One thing I do want to let you know is these surges are not typical. This is a special day. It's not technically a holiday, but it's a day that we celebrate. Any kind of special day, holiday, there tends to be higher surges. So keep that in mind. There are probably more people who are not available to work. Therefore, Amazon is surging what they're going to pay. So if you, oh look, there's Walmart fuel. I'm going to stop here because I get 10 cents off Walmart fuel as I am a, oh, is Walmart, it's not open? Wait, is it open? Hold up. I don't even know if it's open, and I got to fill up for $2.39. You see it just changed back to $2.49, but because I have Plus, I get 10 cents off. Look, it's already fallen. So this is number 12. Let's just put number 12 over here on the side. Okay. So now I have arrived. Start travel. I've parked. Continue with one package. Oh, wait a minute. This is not the right package. It says a plastic bag. That's strange. No, there is a number. Wait a minute. This says number 2. Where am I? Why am I here? Where did I go? What's this location? Oh my gosh. I drove to number 6, you all. Now see, how did that happen? I have no idea how that happened. All right, let's just go with what we got. You get to see it right here on screen. This is a tutorial of the exploratory kind. All right, so we're gonna go to preview route, start travel. I've parked. I have no idea how that happened. This is number 6. Where's number 6? Yeah, you see how it says plastic bag? That is incorrect. It is not a plastic bag. It is unless they call this a plastic bag. This is not plastic, but this is how it's labeled. Same day tends to have labels that are not accurate. I definitely need to point this out to you all. Do you see how sometimes Amazon's routing is completely off? It wants to take me all the way over, back up, over, and back again. Whereas when I use maps, it shows me the most direct routing. So that's why all I have to do is just cross here into the next subdivision. I would have been going so far out if I had have followed the Amazon routing here. I look for the numbers matching with the numbers in the app. So we take a picture and then I confirm. I look at the numbers in the app, 3771. I usually do this when I pull up, and then I check it with either the numbers on the house or the numbers on the mailbox to make sure that I'm delivering to the correct place. You can see that the stops are about a variety between a minute to 5 minutes apart. If I get a really long one, I will come back and let you know that. But this appears to be my route today. Subdivisions, go bird, out in Murfreesboro, and a pretty chill route other than the 30-mile drive to get here. The sun is so bright out here. Wow. Oh, what a sun. What a sun. Whoa. I am picking back up number 2 now. I'm going back to hop on to the first stops that I didn't do. And then, like I said before, I'll pick it back up once I'm done with whatever route, whatever I said I was going to do, that's what I'll do. The last time I was out here in Murfreesboro, it was to do a catering order that was paying $100 and I forgot how much dollars just for one catering order. Drive out, pick up, and drop off. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm going past the Walmart again that I stopped for gas. Cute new subdivisions and townhomes. Are these townhomes or are they standalone homes?
Arrive at the destination on your left.
So this one says large box, and it is that very large box that is in the trunk. This is showing in the app as a medium box. It is clearly a plastic bag. So don't be fooled there. You never know, it may not. Now there's something in here that could be considered a box, but it's not. It's something plastic in here, like hard molded plastic. So that's something to know, that these are not always, the descriptions are not always correct. Sometimes this might happen when you choose where you're delivering. I'm choosing front door, front porch. I'm hitting continue, and then it does not give me the option to take a picture. So the house I just delivered to, I ended up handing to the person. One thing I didn't get on film is if you hand a package to the customer, it's gonna have you put their name in. I put the initials. I did not get to take a screenshot of what it asked you to do next, which is have them sign. I never have them sign. I put a couple of squiggly lines and move on. That's what I do if I hand the package to the customer. What if you don't want to do that? You can always just set the package down, take a picture, and then hand the package to the customer. If you Our first apartment complex. Let's pray that it's easy, because I got still a lot of packages to go. I have 7 more packages to go, and I have a 9-minute drive to the next stop. And that is the thing about same day deliveries. Generally the stops are much more spread out now. Okay, so that was my last stop. I pulled over so I could calculate how long it'll take me to get back home. That would be about 33 miles, I think I saw. We have come to the end of the video, and the total mileage that I drove was 67 miles plus the 33 miles back equals a total of 100 miles. So what do you think? Which one won, Mother's Day 2025 or 2026? Thanks for watching.